What's going on, everybody? It's Ghoul Digger here. I'm here today to show you a way of automating purifying bath salts and sanitizing soap for Thaumcraft to get rid of that warp effect that we all hate so much. This is the best way that I found that I could do it. Hopefully you guys find this interesting. If not, then I'm sorry. So, to automate balance shards, I use order shards in here with each one of these crucibles back here, taking in each type of aspect. Well, this is for the soap. So we got aqua, we got order, everything, air, all fully put into these little jars down here. And these are just regular warded jars, not void jars, so that it doesn't continuously burn our resources when it's not necessary to do so. So we have all of our essentia going to this one arcane construct, and this arcane construct is set for balance shard. Then the balance shards go inside this adjustable chest with a furnace upgrade inside of it, and that turns it into Salus Mundus, something like that. I don't know what it's called exactly. So we'll take a couple order shards, we'll slam them in there and show you that it works. It makes it amazing. It's going to take in all the essentia from each type of route here. So the thing to note with these pipes is because the pipes are so sensitive to what's going around in them and everything, and it clogs up the whole system. You gotta make sure you use your wand to unattach each different type of pipe. So, because otherwise it clogs up the whole system. Yep, Salus Mundus. I do believe I'm pronouncing that correct. So you take the Salus Mundus out of here, and you put it over here, inside this guy, and we're going to go purifying bath salts, and then the purifying bath salts is completely automated as well. There you go. Boom. And then the purifying bath salts get shot in here. And then you can put them in your little jacuzzi and sit around in there. So let me show you how I have all of this set. To get Cognito, I do believe I'm pronouncing that right, I have an ender chest that's hooked up to my AE system that turns all of my sugarcane into paper, because paper has 1 on it, so there's no extra stuff going around. And that's hooked up to a transvector interface. I don't know why that turned into dirt. That is hooked up to a furnace here, which there's a lava crystal in, which is from blood magic, that acts as if it was coal, but it's infinite so long as you have blood in your network, which is up there. I have blood up there, and so that is an infinite coal source. So otherwise you'd be making alimentum, and then that would be another step in this whole process. So we got paper for here. We got potions of healing, because for some reason in the current pack that I'm playing I can't craft cake. So that's a thing. But potions of healing has 6 Sano on it, but it also has Precantatio and Aqua. So to make it so that this system doesn't clog up, we have a void jar for our Precantatio and Aqua. So as long as this needs more Sano, it would craft more Sano without being clogged from these guys. And I'll show you how I automated those potions. Did that through AE. And then for our last one for this step, to craft those balance shards into, or sorry, the Salus Mundus into bath salts, is order and aurum. And now that's a tricky one because aurum is only obtainable through, I think, like 3 things in this game. One of them is beacons, and you only get 2 essentia from it, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. That's really expensive. And then the other thing is the wispy essence from wisps, and the guardian that exists in this game when you get thing when he drops them too. So that's the only way you can really get aurum. And your order is easy because you can get that through, I think, chiseled stone very easily, very cheap. But I have a wisp spawner through soul shards, which you don't have to have soul shards to make a wisp spawner. You can also use an auto spawner, or if you find a spawner, you can put cursed earth under it and it'll spawn whether you're there or not. But I use soul shards because we have soul shards. So this is my soul shard for my wisp. I have to turn that off. I have this little room so they can't fly around, and then what they do is they get pushed from the fans from open blocks into the iron spikes from extra utilities. They die, and then they get their loot gets shot into this ender chest with this advanced item collector from Random Things mod. And then that gets sent to my AE system, which is in my tower here, which I have a lot of work to do on still. It looks kind of silly right now, I know, but our AE system's here. And then if you type in essence, I have a whole bunch of these different types of essences from that wisp spawner. So all my base aspects are pretty much infinite because all I have to do is turn that spawner on and it just starts piling through, which is really cool. So you'll see, it starts coming through at a pretty decent rate too. And then it also gives me like these guys as well, all the other different types of aspects. That's usually how I craft my stuff because I don't typically like wasting actual things for these essentias. So that's the way I'm getting all of that. And I'll tell you, it took me ages to get a tier 5 wisp spawner because for whatever reason there's no spawners in this area whatsoever. So I actually had to kill like 1,000 or so of the wisps to get that done. And so that is how I'm getting all of my main essentia for order, air, fire, terra, all of that comes through the wisp spawner. And that's to make the balance shards, and it's all set up the same exact way as the other stuff. So this block here is an ender chest full of ender pearls. Well, this is for the soap part of the crafting. So let's show you how to automate, the way I automated potions through AE. It was a little tricky, but I figured it out. So down here, I have 3 brewing stands hooked up to these transvector interfaces, which have water bottle, or sorry, aqua potions are getting ejected out of this first one. Water bottles are being injected into this first one. And nether wart is being injected into the first one at the top. This is a level emitter, which says when I reach a certain point of potions, which is 20 in the AE system, that it'll emit a redstone signal, which that'll then turn off this ejector thingy here, so I don't make potions I don't need, pretty much. And then this guy takes in the awkward potions that I just crafted in this one, and combines it with the glistering melon. And how I have that being crafted is I have a crafting recipe in one of my interfaces. And this export bus has a crafting card, which means whenever it's trying to export this glistering melon, it'll craft it if we don't have it in the inventory. And then that gets sent into this to turn it into healing potion 1. And then the healing potion 1 gets sent into here along with a glowstone at the top to make healing potions 2, which then have my Sano on them. That gets sent to this chest, which gets sent over to my automated thing over there, and then that's how I get that going. And then the paper gets sent through this chest, and the same thing applies here. Crafting card, and these are just acceleration cards to pump out the paper faster. But it looks like I don't have any more sugarcane in my system, so it's not going to be doing paper right now. So that's how I get my Cognito, that's how I get my Sano, and then up top here I have, down here I have this machine, which this is from Compact Machines. This is the best one you can get. It takes 8 nether stars to make each one of these, which is not a problem because I have Wither on auto farm. So you just come through here with this little guy here, and I get sent to this place. This place is my auto crafting room. I have my assemblers here, thermal expansion auto crafting for tesseracts and redstone energy cells, and then up here I have this exporting thing. So this exports all of my essences I've been getting from my wisp spawner into these empty chests, which are hooked up to my crucibles or whatever they're called, and then it gets melted down into essentia. So that's how I'm exporting everything to there to do everything. So the only part of this that isn't completely automated is transferring of items. And the reason why I don't want to do that is because I don't want it to make unnecessary amounts of things that I don't need. 42 Salus Fundus would last me ages before I actually need to make more of this purifying bath salt. To be honest, it would take ages for me to burn through all of that. And then you just put it inside here, which is my bath thingy. You see what that's called? One more time. Alchemy. It's called Arcane Spa. It says it does a 5x5 area, but I only needed to do a 3x3. So my Arcane Spa then takes the bath salts and mix it with water and makes a source block of this purified water, and you step inside of it, and then you get warp ward. And warp ward prevents you for the time of this ward from being able to like be hit with like a hunger thing or anything like that, or an Eldritch Guardian. And there's one more thing that I automated with this system, and it's not like terribly needed, I don't think, but because I was trying to remove the warp as well as not just preventing it from happening for a duration, I started melting ender pearls down to get alienus, and alienus is being sent over through these pipes into this guy to make what's known as purifying, not purifying, sanitizing soap. That's what it's called. Wow, I just lost my train of thought there. So we take 9 of this, turn it into magic tallow. And then once I get 9 magic tallow, or sorry, 9, yeah, magic tallow, you take the magic tallow, oops, put it in any crafting table, make a tallow block, take the tallow block, put it back into here, sanitizing soap, which again is fully automated with the exception of putting in the item to craft it. And then we get a sanitizing soap once this is all done. And that will remove warp from you when you get it. So what you do is you just jump into this water, like so, and right click until the soap completely is used, and in the bottom right corner it will say that you've lost warp. And that will lessen the amount of warp that occurs. You can't ever get rid of permanent warp. It's forever. But things like the Eldritch Guardian and unnatural hunger and blindness and all of that fun stuff you can keep control of, so you don't have to keep encountering that with this system. There might be better ways of doing it, but this is the way I came up with doing it. If you want like a more in-depth guide, just let me know. I'm not very good at this. This is one of my first videos. But if you're interested in knowing more about Thaumcraft or any mod and you want me to do a tutorial on anything, it doesn't make a difference what it is, just hit me up with a message on YouTube. I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video. If not, I completely understand that. But yeah, okay guys, have a nice day. Bye.